What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hey, before we get started, I want to let you guys know that my book, my first book of short horror stories called The Things That Happen at Night, you should be seeing it on the screen. Hello.
How are you?
Good. Is now finally available. That's right, it's out there in the world and you can get your hands on it. Now, if you're a supporter of mine, a couple days ago I sent an email with a special code that would last for 48 hours so you could get it 100% off. Because I love my supporters. I appreciate you guys. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already checked your email, because that code will expire soon. But for everyone else, it's a great bargain. It's only $3 exclusively at the link below. Down in my description, there's a section called My Books. And the top one will be The Things That Happen at Night. A collection of short horror stories by yours truly. So be sure to check it out. Pick it up. And by using that link, you can also use PayPal if you prefer to pay that way. But they accept all the other standard payment methods as well. But some people prefer to use PayPal, and that option is available. I'm excited. It's been a while since I started, and we got through some humps, we got through some bumps, and now it's finally out there for you to peruse. And if you like it, and you let me know you like it, maybe I'll use a blurb of yours for promotional purposes. So be sure to check out that link down below. And also remember, if you want to receive it and other upcoming things for free, all you have to do is become a supporter. You help support the channel, and I'll send you stuff along the way. And you can do that by sending a donation either through PayPal or Ko-Fi.com. Both of those options are listed down below. And if you do that, not only will I send you a copy of my brand new book, but I'll also include a copy of my book, Live in Cambodia, a guide for living in the Kingdom of Wonder, as a bonus for you. In addition, you'll also receive all my weekly exclusive supporter-only content, videos, books, and other things. So that's a pretty good deal, I think. So go ahead and check it out. Now let's get on with the video. All right. So a couple questions from the comments that I already answered in the comments, but just want to clarify. Yes, as far as the retirement visa extension goes, you can get it in country. You can convert it from your E-type visa. Go to any travel agency and request your ER visa extension. There's still some confusion about whether you can do that, and the answer is yes, you can. You can do it in country as long as you have an E-type visa to begin with, and you will not have a problem. I think the confusion comes because if you remember back a while ago, they said you could convert your tourist visa into a long stay visa, but that program was only temporary and it no longer applies, so don't try to do that, because that won't work. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I have had a couple questions about the ER visa extension, so I just wanted to clarify that yes, you can get that in country at any travel agency, and it's about $300 for a year. For all of you retirees. And speaking of retirees, sometimes I hear mumblings, sometimes I hear grumblings that people are bored here. There was a discussion about why expats sometimes, especially older retired expats, why they spend all their times in a bar getting drunk every night and every day. And somebody said, well, I think Cambodia can be kind of boring. They have nothing else to do. They're retired, so you know, they just decide to go to the alcohol. And nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging anybody for their lifestyle. But I don't want people to get the impression that that's actually the case universally. People find a whole variety of ways to stave off boredom. And I really don't know how it's any different if you're retired here or if you're retired back home. Really what the big difference is, you're still going to have a, you know, if you've worked your whole life and you're used to the routine, you know, you get up, you do your job, you've done that for 40 years, maybe more, then yeah, adjusting to a life where you don't have that can be difficult. I mean, let's face it, there really are some people who are not cut out for retirement. As far as what you would consider, just sit back, relax, don't worry about anything, don't, you know, you have no deadlines, you have no schedule, just chill out and enjoy what time you have left, you know. And some people just don't have that in them. They just have to be doing something, have to be creating something, have to keep busy so the boredom doesn't set in. Some people are absolutely meant for that lifestyle. Others are not. Either way is fine. But just like back home, there are a lot of things to do here in Cambodia. Each town in Cambodia is different than the next. You might see some of the same things. You might see some of the buildings are all the same. You might think all the mom and pop stores are the same, and there's not much variety, but there really, really is once you look into it. I mean, I can tell you in Siem Reap that I personally, and this is me personally, I don't know how you can get bored here. There's so much to see and do. I love walking around. That's not for everybody, I know. I love to read and write. Those things are not for everybody, I know. Before anybody starts saying, oh, well, that's not for me, I don't like to do that kind of thing. I understand, I get it. So look, there's all kinds of activities here, some of which aren't really talked about much for whatever reason. Because when you see videos of Cambodia, you know, especially Siem Reap, people will show you Angkor Wat, they'll show you Pub Street and all the parties, and kind of, you might get the feeling by watching all that that's all that's available here, but that's not true. The temples are beautiful, but there are several in town that you can visit where you don't even need an Angkor pass. You don't even have to pay anything to go in there and see them. Some of these are pretty huge, pretty big temples. The one downtown there over by the old market is a good example. I love going in there, seeing they have all kinds of displays and statues, and you know, the big temple is beautiful. All that good stuff. It's a very calming, very nice place to go visit. They have a miniature golf course here. You might not have known that. A little putt-putt golf, which is great for an afternoon with friends. You go up there and each of you can play a round of putt-putt golf. It's a great way to spend an afternoon with friends, have a few drinks, It's shady. You're getting a little bit of exercise anyway, you know. And we went out there with Luke and our tuk-tuk guy one time. I have video of that. It's somewhere down there in my videos. And it was a lot of fun. We have a water park here, which will help you cool off. You can go in there and they have one of those wakeboarding kind of simulators, you know, where the water's simulating what it would be like on an ocean or a lake or something. I'm not real sure how it works, but then you're on your wakeboard and you can do that kind of thing if you want. There's a you can go see something like the Anchor in miniatures. This is a little hidden gem that I don't see a lot about, and that's a shame. It's a small place and it might not take you the whole day, but you're going to learn a whole lot. This old man, he's made miniature replicas. Not really small, not the kind you can pick up in your hand, but miniature versions of all the Angkor Wat temples. He's done that by hand in detail, and he just has the most awesome story to tell you about the Khmer Rouge days, how he was an architect. He had all these plans, he had all these diagrams for different things, and he had to actually hide his books. He had to bury them and hide from the Khmer Rouge, because back then they would kill people like that. So he has a great adventure story there about how he escaped. And then he finally dug up his diagrams and his drawings again and decided to make that his life's mission. And for a suggested donation of just $1 or $2, you can go in there and look at it all. Again, when I first got here, I have a video somewhere down below featuring that place. I'm not sure if this gentleman is still alive or not, the one that started it, but the place is still open, it still runs. But I know even back then, you know, 4.5 years ago, he didn't look too healthy. But he's still, if he is, he will come up and he will show you himself, take you through his books, tell you all the stories about all the pictures and everything, including a visit from the king. He has a picture of the king making a visit to his little place there. He's very proud of that. Yeah, but it's these little hidden gems like that that don't get a lot of press, that are all over Siem Reap once you start to look. If Ferris wheels are your thing, there's also the Angkor Eye. This is a huge Ferris wheel that can be seen from most parts of town if you're up high enough, and it's a very slow Ferris wheel, but each individual compartment has its own air conditioning, so you can get as comfortable as you want. And I think it's, I want to say 20 or 30 minutes to get all the way around, but you get some obviously incredible views right at the top. You can see all the way around the city. You can see all the way out to Angkor Wat. And that one I've never been on because I am scared of heights. So that's a no thank you for me. But I know people who have been on it, and you can see some really nice things from up there. There are all kinds of places to go where you don't, even bars and pubs where you don't have to drink if you don't want to. A lot of places have trivia nights if you're into trivia. They will usually be for a good cause, for a charity. Get your groups together. Go down there, pay a couple bucks entry fee for each person. Then you can sit there and you know, play some trivia. Most of these are in a bar, but like I said, you don't have to drink in a bar. I think that's a common misconception. Just because you go to a bar doesn't mean you have to drink alcohol at a bar. Get yourself a soda or juice or something and just enjoy your evening there. And as you all know by now, I'm a huge fan of the local markets. Again, people don't consider the local markets being used for anything except going down and buying food. And while that's certainly the main advantage, there's a lot more going on down there. You could spend a whole day walking through Salu and probably not even see it all. It's a huge sprawling market, and you'll see fruits and vegetables and other kinds of food that you didn't even probably know existed, or even if you did, you might not have seen it in person. That's the case for me. Even still, 4.5 years later, I still find things down there sometimes that like, I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before in my life. So yeah, like I said, I like walking, I like reading, I like writing. Those are my ways to get rid of the old boredom demons, I guess you can say. And everybody has their own way. But what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot more to do here than just drink or just go to Pub Street or just go to Angkor Wat. And that's only in Siem Reap. Phnom Penh is huge, sprawling city, has much more to offer. And like I said, every city, you might think Cambodia is the same everywhere, and even though it might have the appearance of being the same, it's not. You have some things in certain sections of the country that it would be more hard pressed to find, like where we are. Different dishes, different cuisines, it's the way they cook it. They add different ingredients. They cook it a little bit different than you find anywhere else. And there's nothing wrong with hopping on a bus, and for 10 bucks or less you can go to a whole different part of Cambodia, experience what they have to offer there, see new things, explore a little bit. There's also the botanical gardens here. They have the butterfly gardens here. I mean, and it's within driving distance of all the other stuff, the waterfalls and everything else. So there's lots to do if you're willing to go look for it, because like I said, not all of these places are advertised that well. Not a lot of people talk about them on YouTube, but they are there. And I should have made a list, because I know there's a couple more things I wanted to talk about, but they just slipped my mind right now. But there's a lot more to do here, is what I'm trying to say. Like me, look, I'm walking here right now, and now I'm at the Royal Gardens. This place is beautiful. I'm gonna go sit underneath the tree and upload this video, actually, because it's nice and shady over there. And like I said, I won't have to use my data because that place got good Wi-Fi. Good free public Wi-Fi, so. But yeah, if nothing else, take a walk down here by the Royal Gardens. There's the Royal Palace over there. They've done a lot of renovations on both of these, the Royal Gardens and the Royal Palace. They look beautiful, they're fantastic. And if you come down here at 6 o'clock at night or so, right before dusk, you'll see all these bats in these trees taking off, and that's always a sight to see. It's pretty cool. I'm always down for that. All right, that'll do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out all my links down below. Like I said, you can donate through PayPal, Ko-Fi.com, or join my Patreon. You'll get copies of both of my books plus all my weekly exclusive stuff. Also down below are links to other channels vlogging from this part of the world. Definitely check them out. They have some awesome content. All my social media is down below, and my other channel, Horror Reads. If you like listening to reviews of horror books, check out that channel. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I'm happy with that. So if you want to join that, click the link below, and if it doesn't work, let me know and I'll hook you up. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the next one.